Yo, what's good, Tristans and Tris fam? Today we're gonna be reacting to Kate Bush, Running Up That Hill. If you guys don't know, this was a featured song on Stranger Things, and if you also didn't know, I'm wasted. And if I look disheveled, well, it's because I just got done having some rough, passionate sex. And by the way, YouTube moderators, I said sax because I'm a sax player. You guys didn't know I played the sax. Anyway, yeah, I am super interested to hear this whole song. I haven't heard this whole song. I know it's off of Stranger Things. I just finished watching Stranger Things season 4. To be honest with you, I stopped watching in the middle of season 2, and I stopped watching for the silliest reason. I didn't understand why they didn't just move out of the town. Just move. But I guess, I don't know. Maybe that's a dumb reason to stop watching. I really like season 4. It was really fun, so I kind of regret that. But anyway, we're going to jump into reacting to this song. Yeah, super interested in that. But before we do, be sure to check me out Instagram, TikTok, Patreon. On my Patreon, I've reacted to all of season 1 of High School Musical, the musical series, working on season 2. I also have a singing technique tier where I go into more depth on vocal technique. Without further ado, let's go, baby. It's been long enough. I'm very curious because her voice sounded so interesting in Stranger Things. What do we got? Oh. That's an actual person's hand? I thought it was like a puppet. What are they doing? I guess they're dancing. Ah! Vocals. Sorry. I got goosebumps. Her voice is so interesting, isn't it? That's one of the most striking things to me when I was hearing this song. Not only is this, I'm assuming, 80s music or something like that, where autotune and a lot of vocal production and stuff like that wasn't so popular in pop music, especially these ballads. So we're getting a lot of raw human that we're not used to hearing, maybe. So there's that element. But she's also doing weird things with her voice. We're going to talk about that as this goes on. Even weird for the 80s. That she like went she does an actual, like, it's almost like a metal grunt there for a second. That was not good. But yeah, I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg. She does a lot of weird things with her voice that are actually really cool and make the song really unique, and part of the reason why I wanted to react to it. It's you and me, you won't be unhappy. What's interesting, there's two things that she does that are interesting. The first interesting thing is she has this very, very, very fast vibrato. She has this like, deal with God. It just kind of goes super, super fast. The other interesting thing that she does is what singers are normally taught to do is to stay in one vowel. You sing one vowel and you keep it pure sounding, right? I talk about that a lot on this channel, and you hear that in a lot of your favorite singers. She doesn't do that. When she sings the word God, and when she sings a lot of these words, especially with the vibrato, part of what makes them sound so eerie is that her vowel is actually going through like 4 or 5 different vowels as she's singing that. She's doing something like, made a deal with God. She's going, God, as she's singing. And she does this everywhere in this chorus. It's an interesting way of singing. I've never heard that before. It makes it sound eerie. She also has this thing in her low range where she darkens and fills out her voice. I wonder if she's gonna do it again. It's very, very beautiful falsetto. That's so a weird thing that she does. She does the Michael Jackson hee. You and me, he. Where she, for some reason, adds this he into these e's on the me, even though she's singing me, not me, he. Why she does that, I don't know. But it sounds cool. demonic sounding. What is this? What the hell is going on? I also feel like it's very common in pop these days to copy and paste the choruses. You get a good chorus, you copy paste it. It's also very common in pop these days to do a billion different takes so that you get the perfect sounding verse, the perfect sounding chorus. Everything is perfectly crafted. Everything is pitched exactly on point. They'll have a singer do 100 different takes and then they'll chop it all up so that it like becomes this Frankenstein take. I mean, Billie Eilish just recently did an interview with David Letterman where she talks about how she does this.
Here is the vocal take for Billie's song Happier Than Ever. And I'm going to pretend I'm in a classroom.
So do you see all of those lines? Those are all
separate
cuts.
Audio files that have been put into one take. We got up to like 87 takes.
Wow. Which, by the way, I'm not knocking that. That's just the way that music is done these days. And if you don't do that, there's a good chance that your music is not going to be played as much as people who do that. That's kind of what makes singers like Adele kind of stand apart in some ways, is she says that she doesn't do that. I believe her. But anyway, I'm just saying that she says she does that. I have no way of confirming. But Kate Bush definitely does not do this like 800,000 different takes, as far as I can tell. It sounds like she just sings it the way that she sings it. They might do some cutting and pasting here and there, but every single one of these choruses is different. She didn't craft the perfect chorus with the perfect notes and the perfect pitches and the perfect inflections and then copy and paste into the next chorus. Each chorus, to me, sounds like she's singing different chorus, which I think is very, very cool. It's something I really like about the music at the time, but you know, I'm sure that there were singers even back then that did this technique, so I'm confident of that. I have no idea what this song is about. I'm gonna be honest, you guys gotta let me know down below. I thought I would at least... What the heck is going on? Another thing that she loves doing, by the way, is she loves having this little bit of a hold on her voice. So, for example, when she sings God, she doesn't sing God and deal with God. It becomes like an ah. She sings deal with God, running up that hill. Right? Her hill becomes heel. Right? And also, she tends to not like getting too loud as well. So she keeps things in this like almost angelic place, which has this strange joke with me, which makes a interesting juxtaposition with the held sound, because you have this angelic thing and then you have this at the same time. It's cool. I'm so curious to know how this sounds live. You know what? I'm going to listen to her singing this live for a second. I'm so interested to hear how she sounds live. This song is demonic. Comment. So glad that the public is getting a reminder of Kate Bush. She released great music since before I was even born, and I adore all of it. I never even heard of her before this. By the way, if you haven't seen season 4, there are some very soft spoilers in the next few comments ahead. There's going to be a timestamp to skip ahead to if you want to avoid them. Song that saves lives. Saved Max's life. The song is stuck in my head. I cried during that Max scene. Cried. Is there something wrong with me? I just thought that scene was cool. People may think the internet is mostly a place of negativity, but it also allows long classics and relics of the past to be brought back to societal relevance. Thanks to Stranger Things for incorporating it into a scene that touched our emotions and set us on a journey into discovering the wonders of Kate Bush's art. Cool. Well, let's hear her do it live. 1985. It's cool to hear this live. Headless guitar, okay. All right. right. It's cool. But yeah, anyway, that was super, super cool. Let me know what you guys thought down below. I thought it was a very, very interesting song. I'd be curious to hear more from Kate Bush. Never heard of her before, but that was a very interesting song. It's hard for me to believe that it was so popular that it was actually played at the Olympics in 2012. It's just such a strange sound. It's definitely not something that I'm used to hearing these days. Doesn't mean I didn't like it. I definitely loved it, but it's strange for certain. If I got any boomers following me, by the way, I mean that very lovingly, let me know if this song was played on the radio back then or what was up with this song, because was it different? What did people think of this back then? Because it sounds demonic to me now, and it sounds very interesting and strange, and her vocal techniques and vocal style are just so far out of what singers do today. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed my video. Until next time, Tristan's and Tristan. Oh yeah, check me out Instagram, TikTok, Patreon, of course. Thanks so much to my Patreon supporters. I love you guys. Keep this channel going because all these videos get copyright claimed. Peace.